Well, in that case, you know what? I'm very honored to be background noise. That's not always a bad thing to be perfectly honest. How are you doing? And also, what's cooking? I am curious. Okay, Instapot risotto. So back in the before times, back when I was able to actually teach a cooking class at my place of employment, you know, the thing that isn't my actual job, but something I, you know, did as, you know, did for, like, a special attraction where I work. I actually made a pumpkin risotto. Yeah, I mean, back when we were able to have people, you know, crowds of people sort of gathered into, where I work. I think I taught a monthly cooking class. Yeah, I actually carved up my own pumpkins, brought them from home. I think what I did was I cubed some of it raw, and I roasted some of it so I could sort of mix it into the risotto. And I saved some of the seeds so you could put them on as, like, pumpkin garnish. Or something to garnish the risotto with. Yeah, but I taught for a good couple of years. Just a lot of basic stuff. I would do the dish in front of them. You know, we did have like a skills class. Yeah, seeds is garnish. So we did have like a skills class for some folks. You know, for like support group, independent living skills, all that stuff. The people who actually ran the program would occasionally get peeved at me that I never actually had a recipe to hand out. And my response to that was, I'm not teaching a recipe, I'm teaching technique. And if you know technique, if you've got the technique down, then you really don't need a recipe. Or at least that was the line of shit I told them. Yeah. I haven't taught an actual class there since February of 2020. That was the last time I did that. And we had a bunch of the interns around, and that was, yeah, of course. I'm pretty sure the last thing I ever cooked there was, it was pancake day. And I did some blueberry pancakes with a freshly made, peach compote. Something to sort of drizzle over the top. Anyway, this is Downwell. I forget the exact year it came out, but it was probably... Well, not probably, it was one of my favorite games of that year. I want to say 2015. And the reason I enjoyed this one so much is because it just feels good to play, you know? Kind of reminds me of those really, you know, has that old-school arcade feel that I really enjoy. What do I want? I will suck in nearby gems. Okay, I kind of got away with that one. Kind of rolled into the turtle rather than sort of bonking him from above. Yeah. So audio-wise, I think we should be okay. Because I did take the dials down a touch on OBS. So I think we should be where we need to be. My preference is to generally keep the game volume pretty low in the mix. I just imagine that it makes things just a lot more comfortable for whoever's listening or whoever the audience is. Oh, that's... Yeah, that wasn't very nice of the game to do that. Yeah, so, this is not exactly a fresh file. We'll go with that, sure. And not exactly a new file. I have played this game, you know, pretty exhaustively. There is that Up Tower game. Iffy. So good to see you. Followed you this minute. Oh, I thought you already did. Oh, well. But yeah. Glad you could make it in. Glad you could make it in. Yeah, we are going down tonight. Which, ho ho ho, is something I haven't done in a very long time. But that's how it goes. Okay. You know, actually, I'm sort of thinking now that you mentioned, you know, Up. You know, the video game industry has a long storied history of games where you know, ascend. You know, go back to the NES era, think things like, Kid Icarus. It starts you climbing out of the pits of hell, literally. And you had Super Mario Bros. 2, Doki Doki Picnic, where there was a lot more vertical travel. At that time, jetpack. What do I want? Drone. Sure. Everybody loves a cute little robot companion. Catacombs. Yeah, so when anyone who is new to this game first starts out, they might take a couple... It might take them a few tries to get the first area out of the way. But I think most folks can handle that no problem. The real trouble begins once you get to the catacombs. This just seems to be a pretty, it can be a sore spot for people. So I remember pre-plushy Polly playing this. And I was actually in on the chat when she was playing Downwell. And Rhett, Polly, and myself spent quite a good deal of time on the catacombs, if I remember correctly. Come on. I knocked out the ghosts just to have that happen. Okay, so that's a move I was very happy with. Alright, what do we got here? Come on, come on. Over here, over here. Over here, please. Please cooperate with me. Okay, you know what? I'll take that. That worked out nicely. Oh, alright. Alright, the odds were in my favor that time. Brum, brum, brum. Sure, we'll go with that. You know, so this is... I believe I'm still on normal here. If the normal run goes well, then I might possibly entertain a hard mode run. Which I have actually done. Look at my Steam achievements. The proof is in the pudding. Oh yeah, the bone throwers. Nobody likes them. But here's what we'll do. Just ignore. Oh, great. Well, the dude did my job for me by, playing Sudoku with the, barrier. Alright, what do I want now? Okay. So normally I don't really advocate for cannibalism, but in this game, I absolutely will. Let's see. Oh yes, also in this game, you can absolutely eat ghosts. Let's see, do I have the cash for... You know what, I'm gonna save. I'm gonna hold off. If I could just get you a little closer. Okay. Alright, 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 alright. Okay, big boy skull. You do not want to shoot them. It is really not worth it to. A lot less cumbersome to just bonk on their heads. So, I want to extend my life meter as fast as I can. So I'm just gonna grab whatever they have in there. I'm comfortable enough with every weapon. I think I should be fine. Okay. Oh, you fucking prick. Okay, that could have been a little dicey, but I'll take it. Alright. We'll go with that. Alright. Let's get our gems. Eat a ghost. Take them out. Damn it. Die, 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 please. Okay. Oh, that... Alright, well, yeah. Well, my luck ran out right about there. Got the puncher. You know, would it turned out well for us? We got our max, we got our health up anyway. That's just swell. Sure, we'll go with that. Nom nom, yeah. We're going all in on the om nom noises. Alright, come on. Alright, very good, very good, very good. Okay. I'm not happy about that. Not really. But I am okay with that. Wait, can I not? I can't destruct the skull. Huh. Okay. Let's try and get you. Oh, that was swell. Yeah, so when you're playing this game for the first time, oh, pretty balloon. Gain 4 HP. Okay, we'll go with that. Okay, so one of my enduring memories of this game is, again, going back to that 2015 stream with Polly and Rhett. We got to this part of the game, and I had already played Downwell by this point, so I knew what was coming, but Polly didn't. And so, I impishly stated, do you like swimming? And when you're not expecting a water level, you're not expecting to have to fight for air every step of the way. Which I need to focus on, now that I realize it. Okay, it can be a little stressful. Of course, this game is all about stress management. Oh boy. Oh. Well, lucky I could tank a hit there. Alright, what do we got here? Well, you know, okay, pretty balloon. Everybody loves balloons. They're so pretty. Sudden water level, yes. This is the labyrinth zone of the game. Also, for the record, I absolutely hate Labyrinth Zone, as does everybody else. So I've always maintained that Echo the Dolphin is basically Labyrinth Zone from the first Sonic the Hedgehog game. If Labyrinth Zone... Wait, let me rephrase that. Echo the Dolphin is Sonic the Hedgehog if Sonic the Hedgehog took place entirely within Labyrinth Zone. That's what I was going for. Alright, what do I want to do? Maybe getting gems recharges gun boots. I think that's going to be a bit more useful for the area coming up after this. Yeah, I'm not a fan of that red fish. Not a fan of the red fish, the one that can just sort of bob and weave around you. Oh, come on. That... I don't agree with that. Okay, well, okay. Maybe that... Okay. Oh, boy, I missed that, too. Yeah, this is going places, and... Oh, okay. That could have gone better, but what can you do? Okay. Do I want laser sight or does stomping on enemies cause? Okay. I think the blast module is going to be somewhat more helpful here. If I get another shop and the laser sight comes around, that would be swell. But for the immediate future, I think we're going to want to blast. Alright. Yes, please. Oh, that was... Triple... Okay, we'll go now. Alright. Safety jetpack. Yeah, I'm gonna have to bite the bullet on that one. I didn't even see that one. Blended in too well with everything else. Are you sure it didn't hit the balloon, actually? I know this game sometimes, I know the hitboxes like to lie. Hitboxes always lie in video games, because there's not a single game dev in the history of this industry that has ever gotten hitboxes right. Oh, come on. That shouldn't have happened. That should not have happened. That's absolute nonsense, game, and you know it. Okay, how about... Let's retry. But what we can also do, let's try to switch things up a little bit. Tell you what... Do we have anything close to a blue-green palette? Yeah, let's go with aqua for now. We'll give this a try, see if it, see if our odds improve in any appreciable way. A little more pleasing on the eyes. They've got some really nice ones here, and they've got some really nasty, palettes. You know, if I wanted to be an absolute monster tonight, once we're done with, this run, if I wanted to be an absolute gigantic prick, I'd switch it to V-Boy. And the V in V-Boy stands for pain. For the retinas, at least. Well, I wanted that last little boulder, but I'll take it. La 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 la. Shooting. I don't want to do that. Yeah, and this isn't the kind of game where you can re-roll. So you know what? We'll go with Time Void. And hope for something a little better next time. Okay. I think that'll work. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom. I'd sing an actual song, but don't want to get sued. Or at least content ID'd. If anyone's still paying attention to an absolute nobody like myself. Yeah. Yeah, still don't want to do that, but we'll take the balloon. There we go. That's not nice. That's not nice. Could have given me a little leeway on that one game. Okay. Okay, I'm just turning my headphone volume down so I can hear myself think a little better. Kind of have to get used to the idea that no, you don't always have to have it loud on your end. You know, and I imagine it'd probably be better for my hearing in the long run to keep everything, you know, at those kind of manageable levels. You know, because I did turn 37 this last month, I guess. So maybe, just maybe, I should start taking certain things into consideration. Oh, that. Okay. We're gonna retry, because, come on. I'm giving myself a mulligan because you saw that, game cheated. 37 club. Oh yeah, happy 37 to you too. I think there are I think there's at least one more in the little Sox community that turns 37 this year. A certain poutine-eating hard game beater. Of course, as far as I'm aware, I think I turned I turned 37 before either of you, so I am statistically likely to die before you or Fresno. Okay, moving right along. Oh yeah, before I forget, redeem your octopus game. I wanted to get you something that, that was relevant to your interest, but every other thing that involved tentacles of some kind was, a hentai game. And, look, I know this is a community that is kind of open about that kind of thing, and they like to, you know, it's something to be embraced and something to joke about. I mean, was it an octopus or a squid? Whatever it was, it had tentacles, and and it wants to destroy the world. So in that regard, I think I think that might be, it would still be relevant to your interests. But yeah, whatever it is, that little token, I do hope you get a little enjoyment out of it. It's probably not a serious game. It's probably it's a little silly thing. That's all it is. And once you've knocked that out and gotten all you can out of it, you can go back to playing the MMORPG of the month. Or Xenoblade 3, that just dropped. And the extent of my personal Xenoblade Chronicles experience, I own the 3DS version. The one where you actually need the new brand of 2DS, 3DS consoles. That is appreciated. You hopefully start. Yeah. I figured a lot of people will. Yeah, but the extent of my my Xenoblade Chronicles experience was getting in exactly 1 hour of game time on the 3DS version of Xenoblade Chronicles 1. For whatever reason, that little handheld just had all the RPGs on it, all the JRPGs. Which I ended up buying more of once I was, once news came out that the eShop was shutting down. And I have absolutely no idea when I'll ever get around to playing it. I mean, shit, in the mad dash to just, have it just in case. I got what's the one for Wii U? Xenoblade Chronicles X? I never learned how the first game was actually supposed to handle. And I went ahead and got the follow-up to Wii U. Well, maybe it's not a follow-up, it's just, I guess, another game in that continuity. Since from the looks of it, it seems like it's going to be one of those games that almost completely unconnected. Yeah. But that can be nice sometimes. You don't have to, you know, play, you know, it's not like Trails of, everything and everything. Anything and everything. Yeah. And for the record, I will go back. I will go back to Trails in the Sky. I imagine I'm probably like... What am I in, like, in the 3rd chapter now? There's not that much game left to play, I don't think. It's not a super long. At least that installment isn't super long. It's just... I haven't abandoned it. I will finish it. It's just... I don't know. I guess I just got a little annoyed with it, that's all. Okay, we'll do that. Have I gotten a weapon upgrade yet? I don't know. Chonky final chapters. Longer state of invincibility when taking... Yeah. Well, I guess they meant to type taking damage, but they got the point across. You know what? Maybe I'll just speed up on the falling. I'm not too sure what's coming down... Okay, well, you know what? I'll take that back. I can actually think of 3 games coming down the pipe that I'm actually, semi-salivating over. First one... Obviously, I'm waiting for Freedom Planet 2. I love the first one, and... You know, that one will have been a long time coming. The second game of great interest to me, and this should come as no surprise to anyone who knows the type of JRPGs I gravitate towards, is Soul Hackers 2. That's another one on the must list. And I'm really interested to see what's going to happen with Bayonetta 3. I think those are the last, those are my 3, you know, future releases that I've got my eye on. And I've also just reminded myself I need to find a good weekend to knock out Live Alive. Although that doesn't seem like it should be too taxing of a task. But on that note, I also want to try to get into triangle strategy as well. Oh, come on. That is foul. You are foul. Yeah, triangle strategy, what came out earlier this year, still holds pretty close to the HD 2D aesthetic that they probably didn't invent it, but I guess Octopath Traveler was the one that kind of made it a big deal for, at least on the Switch, at least for this console generation. And I absolutely love Octopath Traveler. You know, I know a lot of people get on that game's case for, not really having a big, cohesive, overarching storyline, but... Hey, you know what, my gaming history is filled with games that never really gave a shit about story. You know, I was able to game happily before narrative, and, I can still do so now. I mean, and which isn't to say that the individual stories weren't bad. Only an overarching story at the end. I got that, yeah. I mean, I kind of know what happens. It's one of those games that you never expected to see get a Western release. So I kind of did experience, you know, the end through, you know, YouTube retrospectives and, you know, people waxing philosophical about... Oh, if only this had come out to the West. Well, it did now, so... I think Octopath is kind of that same way, too, except they locked the the overarching story, that's locked behind the post game. You know, and there are a bunch of side quests you need to do to get to anything even resembling an overarching plot. But you know what? Having a lot of individual miniature stories, you know, having each character have their own arc, you know, that's perfectly valid too. You know, and in some cases, you know, I might even actually prefer that. I might actually prefer a more... What's the word I'm looking for? Maybe not fragmented, compartmentalized... I don't know exactly what word I'm trying to use. You know, bite-sized stories. You know, a lot of them, and if they're done well, and if they're, you know, have a point, you know, then I'll be a happy boy. Okay. Well, you know what? I'm not too upset. I can tank that. Okay. What do I want? You know, I think blocks will still be important. So let's give those gems taste. Actually, okay, I just realized, if you absolutely hated yourself, and if you wanted to inflict a maximum self-loathing upon yourself, you would play this on hard, and then you would set it to the Virtual Boy setting, where everything is red and is trying to kill you. Because on a setting like this, you know, anything that's white you can jump on, anything that's red or is the predominant secondary color is going to hurt you. So take away your ability to be able to discern things, you know, at an instant. You know, and on that topic, I do remember something similar of a peevish way to kind of make a game more challenging for yourself. And I saw this mentioned in all places. There's a fly flying around me. Hold on. Okay. Okay, I don't see it anymore. Maybe I thought better of coming into my airspace. But I remember reading the, well, Nintendo Power would have their, you know, console guides, player's guides, you know, a collection of games for a particular console. You know, like the NES Atlas and the whole big, the one issue that was basically a Sears catalog for upcoming Super Nintendo games. They kind of did one for the Super Game Boy, and it went over a couple of games. Not everything was, like, necessarily compatible with it, but you could see some of the older Game Boy games done up in that Super Game Boy style. And I remember... Oh, come on, I was firing. I remember one of their recommendations for giving yourself a challenge was when playing Tetris. You could literally... someone was playing Tetris and they literally drew like a gloved hand over the box where you could see the next block coming up. And that was one of the recommended ways to... Oh, you could draw all over the damn screen with the Super Game Boy. You could choose from different palette settings, and you could draw in the borders and draw all over the screen. I think in that little issue, I think the only major Game Boy release that was actually compatible with the Super Game Boy, which it had its own color palette and it had its own custom borders. Yeah, just erase half your screen. What I like to do was what I was actually fond of doing a lot of the time when we had that Super Game Boy. I think you could rent it at Blockbuster. I'm pretty sure we did, because I don't think we actually owned one. But we would rent it, and one of my favorite things to do was pick the film negative setting, where the white area would become black and all that stuff. But I actually didn't have a problem with that too much, because I still remembered how a lot of the old Nintendo games, the old NES games, would play. And how a lot of them would have, like, a solid black screen if it was nighttime in, like, Mario Brothers or whatever. So when I set the negative setting on that, you know, it just made me reminisce of playing a NES game during a nighttime level. Oh, he's not happy with me. Okay, well, okay, this is the closest thing I have to a reshuffle. Catacomb Trace. Something the catacomb. Something 50 years ago. Yeah, there's a song called Catacomb off the Fantastic Planet album by Failure. I think it's the last song on the album. And that just came to mind for me for some reason. I'm very, I have a very musical way of looking at the world. Yeah, so when the Game Boy Color came out, oh yeah, that's what I would also do. I would also set the negative setting to games I would play on Super Game Boy. God, like I bought some Game Boy games on the 3DS Virtual Console, and I was so pissed because it was just the grayscale shit. You know, you couldn't change the color of it or anything. Where's my piss classic Game Boy settings? So you'll be interested to know that while we're on the topic of Game Boy, the controller I am using right now, that I'm using to play this game, is the GB version, or the quote-unquote GB model of an 8-bit DOE Pro controller. It's got that kind of grayish, that weird sort of off-gray color that the old Game Boy had. And it's got these almost sort of maroon-colored buttons that the old gray brick had. Just figured I'd point that out. Almost looks like I don't know, like a medicine bottle, I guess. Okay. Does it say dot matrix with stereo sound? I don't think so, but I think the font is probably similar. Wait, hold on. Why did I say don't think so? I could just look down at the goddamn thing. And that, my friends, is called, trying to fill up the air. You know, when I watch streams, when I watch people stream, you know, the one skill I am envious of, above all else, is their ability to keep dead air to an absolute minimum. And I think that's... I kind of don't know how people do that. I mean, to me, that's a very impressive thing that I see people do. To me, that's a very impressive skill. And I don't know if some people... I don't know if that's something you can train yourself to do. I'm not sure if that's something you can teach yourself, or if it comes over time, or if... You know, or if some people are just naturally inclined to talk. But that's something I've always been a little envious of. A lot of VTubers just make random noises. Oh, system. I had to step away from cooking to say I legitimately laughed my ass off of I can just look down. Well, you know what? You're gonna get a lot of that shit out of me. You just are. A lot of VTubers make random noises. I've noticed that as well. Well, like, what do they do? Like, I've noticed a lot of that. Let's see, discount shopping. Let's go with that. Still in the aquifer. But I'm a little strapped for cash right now. Oh, come on. That's a look. I don't know what happened there. Oh yeah, it also just hit me. If you can't think of a word to say, or if you can't think of a word in, can't think of a word or an idea in the language you're wanting to convey it in, you can just scream. There's another VTuber, another prominent VTuber that, has basically, taken the, scream if you can't think of anything to say approach. Which, honestly, is brilliant on their part. Because now, you have something that's part of your brand. Okay, we got the nom-noms. Oh. Okay, that was kind of fucked. You know, I had him right in my crosshairs, and he did like a rapid dash out of the way, and just came back and went right up my ass. Oh come on, that should have killed him. I'm not sure if the balloon's gonna help me out too much here. So we know what, let's go with the laser sight. And hopefully this goes better than last time. I'm still too broke. Yeah, so right now I'm just grabbing everything I can. You know, now that I think about it, when I did this on hard mode, there's actually a way to completely trivialize this area. Because on normal, you just have the red things floating around and you can't land on them. The only thing you can land on are the little bits of rocks and debris. But on hard, you actually get enemies that were around from the rest of the game, like the bats and the turtles and whatnot. And you can actually jump on them, and depending on what your item layout is, you can just knock out a bunch of enemies in one fell swoop. Boy. Yeah, this is... Gimme. Maybe that might keep me loaded for bear a little longer. Oh, fuck, come on. Oh. Okay, well that was lucky. Oh boy, come on. How did that happen? Okay, yeah. Maybe not the ideal weapon, but you know what? I need the hearts. Oh, come on. Sure, we'll go with that. That was messed up. Well, we got Noppy, not my favorite weapon, but... let's try to get out of here with body and mind intact. That's my goal right now. Oh, come on. Launcher. That was an absolute nonsense. Yeah. Garbage. Absolute garbage. Hold on. Palette unlocked. Nikaido. Alright, well. I guess we'll take a look at that. Alright, palette swap. What does Nikaido? Oh, it's orangey, I guess. Not too interested in that. How about... Gotta be something. I mean, I'm not too upset with Mars. Grandma. Okay, so this is the V-Boy. This is the evil one. What do I want? Grayscale. Purpley. How about Vivid? This seems like a perfectly respectable color palette. Let's retry. Yeah, this is like the default one, but a little more, I don't know, looks a little smoother, I guess. You know, the blacks are a little softer. I want to at least get one successful run here. When I get to Limbo, the game just decides to stop cooperating with me. Alright, give me something good. Youth, yeah, well. We'll take the HP whenever we can get it. Yeah, so for whatever reason, this weekend was a streaming weekend. The big reason for that, as I probably alluded to in last night's Crypt of the Necrodancer shit show, I was pet sitting for a weekend. Because my folks still have a cat and a dog. And I had to go to a sporting event down in South Florida. And if you know anything about me, I don't do the sports ball. You know, they've never been my favorite places to go. I mean, I've been to a couple of NBA games, but those were tolerable because they were indoors. If you had to get me to, you know, go to a baseball game in the middle of the summer, in the middle of this fucking goddamn swamp-ass Florida humidity, you know, absolutely not, so... I was put on pet sitting duty. And I figured, well, just in case, why don't I just bring my little gizmos and gadgets that I typically use, or that I started to use for streaming once I had enough funds to get a replacement laptop. One of the Razer Blades, by the way. And... Which to date is the beefiest machine I've ever owned. So the rig includes the laptop, a cooling pad beneath it, a double monitor, two monitors that I can attach to the side of the thing, so I've got 3 screens going right now. Plus the new microphone, the controller, and, you know, all the other goodies that go along with it. And I hauled all of that with me. I think it's working out pretty well. And truthfully, I would be streaming more. But given how often Insomnia kicks my ass, and I have to be at the office the next day anyway, you know, it just kind of makes it difficult. But you know, my apartment is, or at least my apartment complex is set to get fiber very, very soon. I know they started work on that several months back, and I think I'm assuming they're putting the finishing touches on that. So, you know, I'll see how that goes. I think that might make it more amenable for me to stream. We shall see. Sure. Come on, get the torch, get the torch. Okay. You know, one thing I've noticed about myself while streaming, I generally don't get all that angry. I don't know if it's a thing where I feel like I have to be on my best behavior, if I think of that subconsciously. You know, I've never really had an out-and-out rage moment on stream. I don't know if you'd call that maturity, or what. Or maybe it's because I just haven't played Jump King. I know that drives everybody crazy. We're getting over it. Okay, let me just say this for the record, for the absolute record. Cross my heart, hope to die. I, under no circumstances, will ever play Getting Over It with Bennett Farty. Because I don't think a game full of all of that pompous navel-gazing is anything I feel I need to dedicate any serious amount of time to. So I will not play it. If anyone decides to get the bright idea to gift that to me over Steam, I will come over to your house and bludgeon you with a tire iron that I borrowed from Polly. Just putting that out there. What do I want? Hot casing. Well, maybe that might help. Who knows? You know, on second thought, maybe I won't actually bludgeon anyone. But maybe I will come over to your house, or yeah, I'll come over to your house, and I won't bludgeon you, but, I don't know. Maybe I'll make fun of your shoes, or, you know, tell you that you can't cook. Something like that. Not a whole lot of pain that I would inflict, but I would still inflict some pain. Emotional pain. Emotional damage. gimme, gimme. Okay, so that's sort of the picture-perfect way you're supposed to handle the bony boys. Okay. We'll go with the jetpack. Oh, that wasn't nice. Oh, come on, you fuck. Oh, that's... Can I rewind? That shouldn't have happened. That, I have no idea how I missed that. Okay, well. I like apples, yes I do. I like apples, how about you? Yeah, at least for your first couple of runs through this game, it's best to go in with a preservation mode mindset. Of course, I'm using the rolling guy, who starts out with more HP than some of the other styles. Does that take us through the... Okay. Okay, I think. Yeah, drone's gonna help us more here than the balloon. Oh, why did I do that? Oh, that's nonsense, game. That's nonsense. You messed with my physics. I don't appreciate it. Okay, well, now I can get my balloon. Or do I get 99 of them like, Nana? Come on. I landed on him. That should have hurt him and not me. The hitboxes are bad and broken, game. 0 out of 10. Next time, go back to video game school and learn how to do it properly. You know what they should do? You know what the industry should do? They should put me in charge of determining whether a video game is good enough to be actually released for mass consumption. No, just have me play through it. Have me play through the beta. Have me play through the, whatever the industry term is. And, yeah, the game doesn't get released until all the bad stuff is gone. Although now that I say that, I realize that under those conditions, half of Yoko Taro's output never would have seen the light of day. God damn it, come on. I wouldn't have nearly as much of a backlog. Okay, finally I get my cannibalism tools. Well, actually, if I'm eating turtles and if I'm eating squids, then it's not technically cannibalism. Might be unethical, might be illegal in some jurisdictions, but it probably does not fit the legal definition of cannibalism. More of a carrion scavenger than a cannibal. How you doing, McAllis? Oh, I am running out of precious oxygen. I wonder if there's a patch in this game where you're playing... come on. I wonder if there's a patch of this game where you can put in the Sonic's About to Die music. Too humid here. Too humid over there. I wonder how it would compare to the humidity over here. Oof. Okay, well that was a close one. Alright. And Iffy, back to your point, you wouldn't have nearly as much of a backlog. If we were doing games under the, if we were doing games under the, releasing games under my discretion, you would probably still be waiting for, Trails the Third. If you're gonna do it, you're gonna do it right, god damn it. Oh, I wanted to go into that cave, but the game wouldn't let me. Bad RNG. Yeah, that I would have gotten fucked there if I try that. I mean, I'm still getting fucked now. Don't get me wrong. But would Ys 8 still exist? Maybe if the Switch frame rate were a little better. Then it might. Look, generally, I don't give a shit about frames, you know? Is the game fun or not, you know? Okay, there we go. That's what I want. At the very least, we'd never have big hole memes. Yeah. You know what? Who am I? Who am I to say that you can't have, you know, beautiful big holes? Who am I to deprive you of beautiful big holes? Seriously, I would never be as presumptuous to think that, you know, I could be the one to dictate. I could be the arbiter of, you know, the enjoyment people get out of big holes. You know, just perish the thought. Yeah, this. Ah, come on, it was right fucking there. Yeah, shit weapon, but no. What am I gonna do? What am I gonna do, realistically? Actually, how many East games have I played? I know I bought the, on Virtual Console, Wii Virtual Console. They put out the Turbo CD version of East Book 1 and 2. So I played through that. I never played, I played Wanderers from East back in the day, but never finished it, but sort of made up for that by getting through Oath of Felghana. Then I played... What was the one with the people with the weird cat ears? Can't remember the name of it. I did play through that. I also played through East Origin. I'll never blame you for dropping Wanderers. Well, I mean, back then, I never finished any game I rented. Cat Ears was E6. Okay. So, Oath, E6, Book 1 and 2. I played through Origins as Unica. And E8. So, what is it, like 6 games? I mean, technically 1 and 2 are part of the same game, but... At least the way I played it. Yeah, the cat people that played the music. Yeah, this is... Yeah. I mean, I almost never beat any Blockbuster rentals. Not until, like, Oh, yeah, I do remember one. What was that one? Excalibur 2097? Watch your mom beat it down. Yeah. I watched my mom play a lot of games. She was big into the Zelda series. I still remember her getting hung up at... Well, I'm not spoiling anything because, number one, I think you've all played Link to the Past before, and number two, come on, guys, it's been 30 goddamn years. The room before your first fight with Aghanim. My mother didn't realize that you had to cut the curtains with the sword in order to find that. And, she did not learn how to do this until she made a call to the Nintendo hotline. Yes, try explaining that to the youth of today. That in order to beat a video game, we actually had to call somebody over the phone. No game facts back then. You either had a Nintendo Power subscription or you spent money on the hotline. Ah, fuck you. That's kind of a reoccurring thing in the series. Can't you, like, in Ocarina of Time, you can just smack the, you can hit Ganondorf's balls of light back with a bug bottle. And I think you can do some weird things in the, with the final boss of Twilight Princess with a, fishing pole. Fuck off, seriously. Alright, well, it was a little longer. Okay. Are we there yet? Are we fucking there yet? Alright, we're bringing it back. We're bringing it back. I fucking hope. End already. Jesus Christ. Okay, we did it. We got out of limbo. We ended up in limbo because, according to the Catholic Church, we were innocent babies who were never properly baptized, but oh well. What do I want now? Shooting dead bodies. No, I want to keep the dead bodies for what's coming up. Gem high. Yeah, we'll go with the candle. We'll go with that. No, would have liked curry. It's actually been a little while since I had a proper curry. You know, we got a lot of Indian places in town. You know, I haven't had like a tikka masala or a butter chicken in a while. Actually, I have some pretty decent Indian buffets, but in addition to not having taught a cooking class since February of 2020, I also have not seen the inside, or I have not dined inside of a restaurant since February 2022. Or 2020 as well. I haven't dined, I don't do restaurant dining, really, anymore these days. Okay, so my other big memory of this game was a DM conversation over Twitter that I had with Polly. And I remember, you know, we talked about, I think I mentioned something about there being a final challenge, so to speak. Now, normally I would use the term final boss, but this is the only boss in the game. So I'm not sure from a semantical standpoint how that would work. Or a semantics standpoint, how that would work. But yeah, you got this guy. Yeah, but this is how this would go. Okay, now he's gonna release that. Maybe, just maybe, the laser would be helpful. Down. Okay, next round. Shit, come on. Gonna fire off that. Boy. Let's see. Oh, that's not nice. That's not nice at all. Come on. Oh boy, this This is... I don't like where this is going. Oh, that's the one you actually have to, you know, button mash instead of just holding the button down. Okay, well, at least that one was quick. I know we can do this. We've done it before. And that is a run, ladies and gentlemen. And everybody else. I knew I could do it. I just had to believe in myself. Yo, grats. I wasn't entirely convinced I would get a win here. And now we got the totally legally distinct from Metroid sounding theme going on here. Yeah, but that was kind of clutch. We only had like 2 hits left. We have a water bottle here. Let me take a sip. Because... you know, sometimes when you're in the heat of the moment, hydration is the farthest thing from your mind. Yeah, I know. If you're able to eat the enemy corpses early on, you know, it'll just make things a lot easier for you. You know, late game. And by late game, I mean maybe like 10 minutes after starting. Not a very long game at all. What's that? What's possibly at the bottom of this well? Oh, it's the star of the new hit 2020 smash. It's the cat from Stray. This is where the cat from Stray got his start in the video game industry. And now we just hold. All right then. Thank you for playing. Thank you for making this. Okay, so let's see. Not quite enough to get a new palette. Alright. Oh yeah, he started by sleeping on a park bench. So he was just sleeping on the bench this time. Sleeping on the bench the whole time. While his poor animal companion was suffering at the bottom of the well. Okay, so as promised, for shits and giggles, we are going to try this on hard mode. Let's see, what do we got? What do we got? Select. Hold on, I need to figure out how to. Yeah, it's actually been a couple of months since I played this, so I need to remember what I actually need to do. Okay, we can go into... I think we go to style select. Okay, okay. Alright, that's our hard mode. Alright, so for shits and giggles, let's punch ourselves in the balls here. So right off the bat, it's a bit busier. You're going to see some critters that you didn't see in the main game, or that you didn't see the first time around. And so, yeah, let's just see where this goes. Alright. So having more enemies could possibly, you know, be helpful to us. Because, again, that's more bodies to eat. Okay, there was a bat. We'll get our Nappy. Fucking frog, come on. Yeah, but with, again with the fork and knife, the more enemies to kill, the more chances you have to, you know, replenish your health and add to your life bar. Okay, we'll go with 2 charge. Okay, so the hitbox actually worked in my favor this time. I kind of rolled into him horizontally. That turtle. Oh, fucking bat. Well, you know what? The RNGesus taketh and RNGesus giveth. That's just the way of the world. Now the catacombs should be interesting, because there are definitely going to be a lot of ghosts here. Oh, and some extra fun. The spikes, they operate automatically now, so that's a nice little surprise. Come on, come on, come on. Oh, you son of a bitch. Oh, boy. Alright, well. Yeah, too much money. Oh, fuck off. That's not nice, game. I do not appreciate your shenanigans. Yeah, this is... yeah, going about as well as I envisioned. Gotta get the health, I gotta stay alive. We're not getting a lot of corpses to eat, but we are getting some sick combos. Okay, burst is the one you have to hit repeatedly. Gotta remember that. The ghost. Over here, over here, over here. A little closer, please, please, please. Slightly. Just, come on. Come on. Alright, thank you. Oh, you prick. Alright, let's take that apple. This is not what I was hoping for. This is not... There was another outcome I was hoping for that I would have been much happier with. That's... nonsense. That's... I don't know why that happened. Don't know. I have no idea. For fuck's sake. Give me another life. Who else do I have to eat? Oh boy, the aquifer. What? What actually hit me? I seriously have no idea what hit me. What? Fucking hit me. Or is it the oxygen? Is it the environmental gimmick? How do you say that? Molybdenum. Okay, you know what? I'm almost tempted to do one more run just to see. Let's see. Let's take a look at that old coin. Where are we? Where are we? I don't know. Maybe it looks better in action. Yeah, this is... Oh, okay, okay. Well, can't say I'm really feeling that one. Yeah, that's gonna be a problem. Well, alright. Well, I gave it the good old, I gave it the old college try. So, what are we, like, maybe 10 to whatever. Where are we at now? Okay. Yeah. Yeah, so I think that's going to do it for tonight. Thank you, Carmichael, Iffy, Systems of Awus, and anyone else who drifted in and out of the chat for tonight's festivities. We got at least one win on the board. We got a point on the board. And you know what? That's something to be pleased with. That's something to be happy about. Obviously, I'd love to do this again, situation permitting. You know, the next time I do this, I'm probably going to be back in town. I'm going to have to operate around my brother's schedule to make sure, A, he's not too loud, and B, he's not eating up the band with, like, the greedy little swine that he is. So anyway, thanks for coming in. I hope you all have a very good night and a reasonably smooth start to the work week. Anyway, Poncho Smith signing off. Good night. Good luck.